Hi and welcome to Menstrual Cups and Cloth Pads Kenya. I haven't done a favorites video, I don't know if ever, but if I have, it's been a long time. So I'm going to do my top 5 favorite cloth pad liners because I love liners. Liners are what started me on this journey and I've been using them for just over 2 years, I realized the other day. So I thought, you know what? I think I've been using them long enough to kind of know what I like and what I don't like. So here we go. They're not in order of favorites because I really tried to favorite them and I couldn't. And so I just decided I'm just going to do my top 5. Okay. So I'm going to start with a surprise contender, which is Precious Stars pads. Now, I say surprise because I resisted buying Precious Stars pads for such a long time. I do not like these kind of like rectangular, angular shapes. I really prefer softer shapes. So I just didn't want to buy them. I just didn't like the way they looked. Another reason why I resisted buying them is because Brie of Precious Stars pads has been in the business for a long time, but she does use factory made pads. And I just kind of felt like, I don't know if I really want to do the whole factory made thing. I thought if I'm going to, then I'll just get the really super cheap ones off Amazon. So I don't know. I just kind of didn't buy them for ages. And then curiosity got the best of me. So one day I thought, you know what? I'll just buy one liner. So I bought this guy. This one here in the blue donut print, which I actually really like this print. And I was shocked how much I like this liner. It is so thin. It's probably one of my thinnest liners. It's ridiculously thin. It's a 7-inch liner. It's cotton topped. As far as I know, most of her pads are cotton topped, if not all. It's cotton topped and it's got what I think is a micro fleece back on it. It's got this tag here, which I thought was going to bother me, but the way it snaps up, you don't feel it at all. Then it's got this kind of care instruction label, which I have been meaning to cut off and I haven't. And I don't notice it. It doesn't bother me. Visually, it's not the most appealing pad in the world, but it is one of the most comfortable pads. So it snaps up really nice and narrow. That is a 2.25, which I really like as a liner because I find that when you wear shop bought like boy shorts, which is what I wear a lot if I'm not wearing a thong, then 2.25 it seems to be about the width of them. 2.5 to 2.25. And then it also snaps up at the 2.5, which means I can wear it with my wider underwear like my scrundies. So it is actually perfect. I love them. So I liked this one so much. I bought 2 more, this one and another one. I ended up giving the other one to my friend Ebby over at the Grace Cup. So follow her channel if you're interested. The one thing I will say that I don't love about her shop is that she tends to have limited prints. So she'll maybe have 10 prints or something like that. And then she'll offer it in a variety of sizes and absorbencies. And then you just get what you get. And when I went to buy these, they were, I think she probably does them in batches, so they were probably, most of them were sold out, so there weren't that many choices, and so I just got what I got. So I don't love this print, but I do love the liner. The only thing I will say is that I feel like this core has detached itself, and bearing in mind I have not had this one very long, I can feel it in there, so I'm not really sure what that's about because it has core stitching over there, which is to keep the core in place. So I think this is just like a one-off, a faulty one. I might contact them and maybe send it back to them so that they can have a look and see what they do. But again, cotton top, micro fleece back, and just really like these. So that's number 1. Number 2 is Lady Days cloth pads. This is another UK based maker. She also has her own website, ladydaysclothpads.co.uk, and I will link her site below. She has a massive range of fabrics to choose for. She has so many, and you can even list them in terms of the fabric type. So cotton jersey, plain cotton, bamboo velour, cotton velour. She's just got so much stuff. This was actually one of the first liners I bought, and liners were one of the first things I bought. This is one of the first ones I bought. This means this is probably 2 years old, and it has worn so well. Oh my goodness, those birds, they're nesting. It's nesting season. And it's worn so well, and black doesn't generally do that well, but this one is really beautiful. A little bit of fading, but to be honest, it's 2 years old and it gets regular use. Her stitching is amazing. It's impeccable. I love this rounded shape. This is the kind of organic shape that I tend to prefer. She uses micro fleece on the back, and she does have a variety of fabrics. This one is cotton jersey, I believe, and I think this one is a flat cotton. And I just love the contrast sort of that she does with them. So this, I just love this. They snap up at 2 inches, which is tiny and which is perfect for me. It is absolutely perfect. You could even wear this with a thong. I mean, it's a stretch, but you could if you were stuck. And it snaps up also at 2.25 inches. Which I have to say I never wear. I normally just wear it like this. So this is one of my favorite shapes. This is a 7-inch. Oh, I should mention that these from Precious Stars are also 7-inch liners. This is a 7-inch liner. This shape is called, I think, I'm going to try and remember. I think this is the light, and this comes in 6 to 8 inches in liners. I have here, so this is the 7. I have here the 8 inches as well, and this one is a cotton velour, and this is a bamboo velour. Again, stitching, everything is wonderful. I do wear these, but I have to say I prefer the 7 inches in these. So I love these, but I prefer these. She also has another shape of liner, and this is the lithe. Did I say light? Light and lithe. And these are, they look like this. So you can see the difference here in terms of shape. And these only have one snap on them, and they snap up at just 2, which I really love. This is one of my favorite liners. I absolutely love this. I saw this on her website and I rushed to buy it, and it was sold, and I was like, please, would you make me one? And she did, and this is just wonderful. Oh, by the way, I love the indicator of so she has P for liner, R for regular, and I think H for heavy, and then she's got her embroidered Lady Days cloth pads. Now, between the two of these, I have to be honest, I still prefer this one. Although this shape is really beautiful, it's not angular, it still has this kind of like soft edges, but something about, and this is actually a thinner one, it feels thinner, I don't know why, but I still prefer this shape. So I would say that this is my favorite shape. This is another 7-inch. This one goes from, I think maybe 7 to 11. I'm not sure. She has so many shapes and sizes and different options that I can never always remember exactly what it is, but go onto her website. She's fantastic. Helen Ward. She's also got a Facebook group. So she's just amazing. She's an amazing maker. Very, very friendly, very responsive, super quick turnaround, considering the volume of pads that she makes and the custom orders that she gets that I see on the group. I mean, she's just got a fantastic turnaround. So yes, this is one of my favorites, top 5. So that was number 2. Okay, number 3 is Homestead Emporium. Now, she has a bunch of names for her pads and liners, and I can never remember them all. This might be the Teen Day Wrap. I should really have looked this up before. These are both OBV topped. They are 8 inches, and I'll tell you something, right? I hate 8-inch liners. They usually give me a wedgie. I don't know what it is, especially if they're really thin. So I can wear like an 8-inch moderate, but 8-inch liners and me are just not friends. I bought these from a D-stash, so I don't really have experience buying directly from her shop. She's Canadian, and usually I have my stuff shipped to an address in the US, and I just don't want the person who I'm shipping to have to deal with customs. So unfortunately, I don't have a lot of information about the shop per se, but she does have a huge range. Anyway, so these are 8-inch liners. These are both OBV. When I first got them, I was a bit like, well, okay, I guess. Honestly, I love these so much. They are Wind Pro backed. They've got the double snap. They do snap on the wide side, but I think all her pads do. This is 2.5 and 2.75, I never have worn this on that. But the 2.5 is perfect. So what I do, and I know I earlier said I don't like 2.5s, but I wear these because they're a bit longer. I wear them at the end of my period, like day 6. My period is 5 days, so I wear them like day 6 and day 7 when it's just spotting. And they are perfect. They give you enough coverage. They're nice and long. I wear scrundies still on those days which have really wide gussets. So they're perfect for that. And they just have a nice long wing in case my spotting is a little bit heavier than usual. I just absolutely love these. I only own these 2, much to my sadness. I hope to one day get some more. I don't know if I ever will, but I hope to. But they get used every period. I absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. Okay, so that's that. Then the next ones that I like, that was number 3. This is number 4, and this is 7-inch liners by Novel Red. These are both in crushed velvet. I don't remember the names of the velvets. Sorry. I don't. I just call it dark green and purple. She's a US-based maker. Her website is novelred.com. I'll link it down below. I think she was one of the first people who started doing crushed velvet. So when I first started buying liners, I used to hear about crushed velvet and Novel Red quite a bit. And I think I was actually at the tail end. By then she'd been doing them for a while. So I thought I'm going to try this crushed velvet and see what all the hype is about. So I ordered these 2 liners directly from her shop. She has a huge selection of fabrics, not just crushed velvet, although she has a wide selection of colors in crushed velvet, but she's also got cotton, minky. So yeah, it's really easy to order from her. I think she does use PayPal as well. I'm sure it was, and I think actually my PayPal went through quite easily. However, she does take a long time to ship out. It's not like a few days. I think it was like 2 weeks to a month. I can't remember, but it was substantial. So don't order these if you're in a rush. Like, order them when you're willing to wait for them. But they arrived and they're super thin. Super thin. These are 7 inches. They've got that core stitching going around there and then that one there. And I don't know if they're micro fleece on the back. I feel like they're probably Windpro, but it's a very thin Windpro if it's Windpro. Really thin. It snaps up at 2.5 inches, which means that I tend to wear it for spotting. So I wear it with my scrundies, which would have a wider gusset. And honestly, I just really like them. They're so thin and floppy. And I've realized that I really like thin, floppy liners. I'm not a fan of structured liners. I really enjoy these. So yeah, these are that. I do have a minky one, which I ordered in her slim snap, which is 2.25, I believe. And I like it. I do like it. However, because it's minky, it's a little bit more, it's plusher, which means it's a bit more structured. So I wear it a lot. It's got this really beautiful Windpro on the back. I wear it, but I don't wear it as much as I wear these other ones. I absolutely love them. So she is based in the US. I don't remember her prices, but I'll link her website below and you can have a look if you're interested. So that's number 4. And last but not least is the Blue Meadow. And this one should come as no surprise because I think I've even done a review of her liners earlier. I love the Blue Meadow. I am a huge fan. She only does liners. She's a UK-based maker. She has an Etsy page. So just look for the Blue Meadow on Etsy. She's fantastic. She mostly does ready to ship, but she does occasionally have fabrics which she will have in custom. She only has 3 sizes, which is the 6, the 7, and the 8. These are all 6 inches. These are my preferred length. I absolutely love them. All her pads are cotton top. I don't think I bought any pad from her that's not cotton top. And it's got this beautiful white micro fleece on the back. They have a hidden core, super skinny liners, and I just really love them. She has a wide variety of prints. She changes them really regularly as well, and I just own a ton. She makes super fast turnaround. It's like 2 days or something. I mean, it's just really quick. She's very responsive to communication. I really like her. I do have a 7 and an 8, so let's move these. So that's the 6, that's the 7, and then the 8. I personally prefer this. This is my favorite. I don't mind this one, but this one does not work for me because it is so thin. It constantly gives me wedgies in the back. My butt just munches it. So it doesn't work. I don't mind the 7, but I don't love it. I don't know why. I love the 7s in the others, but I don't love it. I love this bear print so much. I need to contact her and find out if she has it in a 6. I had told myself I'm not buying any new ones, but this bear print, I just want it so much in a 6, and then I will destash these other 2. So she is really one of my favorite makers. I own a ton of her liners. I'm not buying any more at the moment, but I just have so much love for them. They snap up really nice and narrow. That is a 2-inch gusset, perfect for daily liners. And I'll tell you a story. I was on holiday and I had not expected my period to start. It came early, and so I was like, that feels like my period. And I was only wearing one of these. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm dead. So it hadn't come through, but I could feel like it was going to come. So what I did is I had already snapped this up in my underwear like that. I had only one spare liner in my bag, so I snapped the other one around it. And I wore this and my period started, and I was in a place where I couldn't find any alternatives. So I just wore it. And eventually I went to the loo and I thought, it's going to be so bad. I'm going to have stained. And it completely soaked. Not this one, but one of them completely soaked. I unbuttoned it and the one underneath was completely... Nothing had gone through, nothing had leaked around the edges, nothing at all. And I didn't realize that it has a little wrap wing there as well. So nothing had gone through. And I mean, my day one is substantial. Anyway, so I wore this, the last one, not this one, but the one I can't remember which one it was. And I wore it for the rest of the day. And by the time I got home, it was just like red from top to tail. Nothing had leaked through, nothing had leaked over or round. I was amazed. I did not think that microfleece had the capacity for that kind of gush, because I only wear these for discharge. I don't even wear them on spotting days. I just wear them for discharge. And they just did an amazing job. So, if I didn't already love them, then that just sealed the deal for me. So those are my top 5 makers. I'm just going to line them up here. I'd love to hear what your favorite liners are. I'm not really buying, but I'm always interested in hearing. I mean, the other day I found a maker with such a funny name. I thought I would buy her pads just because she had such a funny name. So I'd love to hear what your top 5 are. I'd love to hear if you've used any of these and what your opinions of them are, or if you've been considering them. Let me know. And let me know if you have any questions or queries, or just comments. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button so you get notifications when I post. And I will see you later. Thank you so much for watching.